daily go get a Mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing. Fast lane, left lane, no coasting. Word up, baby. Flashback Friday. Thank God it's Friday. TGIF all up in the place. And I'm glad to see y'all up in this space. We got it going, y'all. Oh, yes, it's really on, y'all. How y'all feeling, man? You listen. Hey, y'all. Check it out. Daily Go Get a Business Show, man, Friday. And today we talking about what you did after high school. So after high school, you either went to college or you went to the military or you went to work. Which one did you choose, and did you choose wisely? Do you wish you had done the other two instead of the one that you did? Or did you choose the other two, one or both of the other two, after you got a little bit older and a little bit focused and a little bit, little. How y'all feeling? Carol Chamberlain, mi favorita. Carol Chamberlain, mi favorita is all up in the house. How you feeling? My good to see me, some you. And Care Bear and S Cook, what's going on? Yeah, it's good to see me, some y'all. A Friday, we have a ball, stand tall. It's gonna be y'all right. Yeah, you know it's gonna be y'all right. Think it won't. Daily Go Get a Business Show, y'all. After high school, I went to college, yo. I went to work. I went to the military, and I didn't get hurt. I mean, a lot of times you have regrets about what you did after high school, but we're gonna take a strong look at it. We're gonna get it popping today, right now, brother. Right now, sister. So let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752 with this your daily. The Daily Go Get a Business Show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. I am your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the R. It's the Daily Go Get a Business Show all up in your area. Good to see me, some y'all. It's Friday. It's Friday the 12th. It's not Friday the 13th. And even if it was, it wouldn't be bad luck for us. You know what I mean? You know. It's going to be all right, man. So, in the spirit of our 2020 high school graduates, first of all, congratulations to the class of 2020 high school and college. It's a shame that y'all didn't get a chance to walk. It's a shame that y'all had to do all of y'all ceremonies online. It's a shame that the high school students didn't get a chance to have a social function with their class. Something that they're probably something that's going to stick with them for the rest of their lives, and I really feel bad about that. So hold your head, y'all. Class of 2020, hold your head, because something tells me that we're going to have to revisit y'all at another time, because that experience that y'all had is like no other, and something just I don't know what it is. I just get this strange feeling that the class of 2020 is going to make an impact in the world, something like nobody has ever seen. And it could just be my suspicions about the energy that they have, probably spewing over to them, being a little regretful, a little remorseful, probably, a little resentful. Like, yo, what you mean? We didn't get a chance. To do our thing, but it's going to be okay. So let's get it popping, y'all. Daily Go Get a Mism Show. And we're talking about after high school, I went to college, or I went to the military, or I got a job. I work. I got a job. The funny thing about it is, whether you go to college or whether you go to the military, it all ends up in work. Ain't no way around that, is it? Ain't no way around that one, but that's just something that we have to deal with. You understand what I'm saying? But it's going to be all right. I mean, don't worry about it. Yo, it's going to be all right, man. It's going to be all right. Yo. So which one did y'all do? After high school? Did you go to Did you go to college? Did you higher learning? Did you try to get some knowledge? Did you go into the military? People shooting at you, going to war. It's kind of scary. Did you work? Start your work, and you know you're gonna be working for the rest of your life. You started working, getting a couple dollars. Maybe you had a good one. Maybe you learned a trade. Maybe you wanted one. Maybe you had children already, so you had to get your ass out in the labor force. And of course, you still had to raise your child, and your family already was starting to pile. What's going on, Yolanda Nicole? How you feeling, ma? Good to see me, some you. I'm glad that you came through. And Emily done that too. What's going on with Emily? And Annette Davis, the number one. Annette Davis, the number one. Good to see y'all, man. So, what we got? We got Care Bear. What we got, Care Bear? A Care Bear. What we got? All right. Let me see. And Yolanda Nicole said, "What music you hearing in your head? You listen. You know, I can't explain it. But it comes out through my hands. Comes out through my hands. Sometimes I feel like it's a whole band up in the dome. The cranium don't get cracked, but we do this thing. And I'm about to holler back. So, let me see. What did y'all do after school, man? I went to college after school. It wasn't, but I didn't go immediately after. First, I worked. I worked for one semester. I didn't go right in. I worked one semester and went in the second semester. So instead of starting in fall of 88, I started in spring of 89. And by the looks of things, it looked like it was going to get pushed back even farther. But we'll get into all of that. We're getting all that. What's good? And then David says, this generation is really woke, and that's a great thing. You think that this generation is woke? I think this generation is really sleep. But I think that in lieu of these events that have happened, like with George Floyd getting killed and Breonna Taylor, rest in peace to both. I think that it has given us an awakening. But being woke and being conscious is not the same thing. And it sounds like that it would be the same thing. It seems like it would be the same thing. It seems like it would be seems like it would be the same thing, but it's not really. You know, when you're conscious, that's like, you know, not only are you woke, but you know, you are fully aware. You know what I mean? When you're woke, you know, you could have just woke up from a long nap, a serious slumber on some old Rip Van Winkle shit. You know, do you underdig what I'm talking about? Do you underdig what we're talking about? All right. So, Yolanda Nicole says, after graduating high school, I went to Job Corps and studied culinary arts. So you went to Job Corps? Wow. Did you have, I mean, you know, not even trying to be funny, but did you have any disciplinary problems? Because a lot of people go to Job Corps before they get out of high school in order to get their high school diploma, because a lot of people who went to Job Corps had some disciplinary problems. You know, they had some, you know, a lot of them were juvenile delinquents. And evidently not all of them were. But, you know, and Job Corps was a good way to get your driver's license, learn a trade. A lot of successful people went to Job Corps. But they normally did it as an alternative to being up in the juvenile detention center. You know, a juvenile detention facility. A juvenile detention facility. Okay. And then David says, I wasn't saying that it was the same thing. I'm not saying that you're saying it was the same thing. Yolanda Nicole says, no, I didn't. I had to learn a skill. Cool. So, culinary arts, huh? That's what's up. That's a good look. You know what I mean? People who prepare food can always get money. Plus, when you learn culinary arts, you're also learning a little bit of hotel and restaurant management. Basically, the hospitality field, but in a specialty area in which you have a very, very marketable skill. A very, very marketable skill, culinary arts. Good looking. Care Bear says, this generation needs some coffee and no dose. because you saying that they sleeping. So you dispute that they woke. A lot of people are acting woke right now. You know what I mean? A lot of people are acting woke right now. They ain't woke. You know, they ain't conscious. But, you know, for right now, they know how to say Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Man, I'm not screaming that bullshit. Black lives do matter, but that organization is a bullshit. But we you know. As you said, no disciplinary action. Old school parents. Okay, cool. So where you grew up at when you went to Job Corps, how far away did you go in order to go to Job Corps? Who did you bunk with? And most importantly, did you think that was the best decision to make at the time? Is that really what you wanted to do, or did circumstances you know, warrant that, hey, listen, I better do this? Either that, or it's just going to be, you know, chilling out around the way and, you know, and possibly playing myself. You know what I mean? Somewhere with my legs in the air, got my feet on the dome light of a Chevy. Got my feet on a dome light of a Chevy. Smoking weed and drinking beer, baby. Yeah. Smoking weed and drinking beer, baby. What's going on? My man Oliver Jessup all up in the house. What's going on, my brother? That's my Miz. What's good? All about on the Instagram, John. Yo. Hey, yo. And then David says, you just didn't read what I... Okay. My mom was a school teacher and she saw a lot. And she taught us college wasn't for everyone, was not made for everyone. Was not... All right. Basically, you're saying college wasn't for everybody. I think it is for everybody, but it's definitely not everybody's choice. But yeah, but that's what I'm wondering. Like at the time, like when you get out of high school, whether you are 17 or 18 or 19 years old, you know, there can be a lot of confusion about what your future is going to be. Sometimes you have your parents on your back. They asking you, all right, what you going to do? You're 18 now. Unfortunately, you know, if you're out there in those streets, you could get locked up, and this ain't no juvenile crime now. Now you could do some real time with real adults, real criminals on some real bullshit. So you have the opportunity right now to decide exactly what direction that your life is going into. So what's going on in your young mind? Because at 17, 18, and 19, you're young, very young. You wet behind the ears, regardless of what your experiences may be. Because, you know, a lot of times when you are at that age and you started having sex, or you had a few boyfriends, you've been betrayed a couple of times and all of that, you really think you know something. And you come to find out that you don't know nothing. You know, about 10 years later, when you about 28 or about to turn 30, you realize like, damn, I was green as grass. And then you realize at 29 years old, I'm still green as grass. Yes, I am still green as grass. I don't know that much. I'm green as grass and I'm acting too fast. And I think if I'm on this path, I won't last. That's my word. So, whoa. So Yolanda Nicole says, my mom was a school teacher and she saw a lot. And she taught us college. Okay. Well, now, wait a minute. If your mom was a teacher, she didn't insist that you go to college? Like, yo, you going to college? No? Okay. What's going on, Miss Yvette? Lucas is all up in the house. Yeah, that's my love right there. What's going on? And Malcolm Bowles, my brother Malcolm Bowles. What's going on? How you feeling? Okay. Yolanda Nicole says, I wasn't a lazy child. I wanted to do something with myself. Cool. Good luck. That's a good look. Never been in trouble with the law. That's what's up. Yeah, I know I read that already. So what? And honestly, I read it and I didn't read it right. You know what I mean? I was reading at it, but I wasn't reading into it. But now I get it. Now I'm smarter. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times when you get out of high school, what you have been conditioned to think about yourself and what you have been conditioned to believe that you're going to do for the rest of your life comes into play. And a lot of times that can be a good thing. It can be a great thing, honestly. And sometimes it can be a really messed up thing, because if you've been told by your parents that you're never going to be anything unless you do this or do that or whatever. You know, some people had parents that made them believe that they were always on the brink. Now, maybe their parents only did that because they really wanted to make sure that you stayed on the path of the straight and narrow. However, you know, as parents, as human beings, as men and women, we make mistakes. And sometimes in our quest to do a little reverse psychology, we can mess up a person to whereas they need a psychologist. So, like if your parents told you that you wasn't never going to be shit unless you did shit. If you don't get no job, you ain't never going to be shit. You ain't going to do nothing but have a bunch of babies just like I did. You got 7 brothers and sisters. This shit is kind of crazy. So, but you know, that's a whole that kind of sounds like it's a whole other story, but it can factor into what your decisions are coming straight out of high school. Now, if you were going to go to college coming straight out of high school, then that means that you've already filled out a bunch of college applications and you've already been accepted. But not everybody is accepted to college when they get out of high school. Sometimes you may have been canvassing or inquiring about a variety of schools, and you may not have decided on one yet. And so you're waiting to hear back from a school. Other people have already had wherever they're going in the fall cemented. So they've already taken care of the financial aid piece of it and everything, and they're ready to go. And some people have to go to summer school before they even start the regular semester in the fall. So they need to take some classes, maybe sometimes some remedial classes or some adjustment classes to make sure that they are integrated and that their adjustment into this college world, into that phase of your adulthood goes through rather seamlessly. You know, you want it to be seamless. Let's see. What we talking about on Instagram? Let's see. Yvette Lucas says, I wanted my girls to have choices that, well, no, because the way this shit is, I gotta darken it in order to see. Oh, the choices that they made were based on opinions. I put them on a 5-year plan. One needed me to do the Godfather thing. I may not. I can't read that shit. Hold on, if I put my arm there. Okay, there we go. One needed me to do the Godfather thing. I may not go so ugly that it turned that. No, I can't read this. Yo, y'all can stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. But I get the gist of it. I get the gist of it. I get the gist of it. But yeah, you know, that's a pivotal time in your young adult life. It is. And many people don't feel like they're an adult when they go to college. Many don't feel like they are because you're not really taking care of yourself yet. But if you really look at it on the flip side, that may have been the first time that many people were away from their homes that long. You know, you may have never spent that much time away. You know, some people went to camp, summer camp, and they were used to being away for like 6 to 8 weeks. You know, but a lot of us didn't do that. A lot of us from the hood, we just spent our summers right around the way. So being away from home, having that first taste of freedom in that capacity for 4 months at a time, it was like, this is really something. And you know, you do have your own place. even though it's a dorm room, you're responsible for it. Your meals may be paid for because you have a meal plan. But nonetheless, many people go to college and they're not really ready to go to college. Many people go to college and they're not really ready to go to college. Some people go to college because their parents told them that they have to go to college. So they go to college for a semester or two and they mess up, get on academic probation really, really bad, lose their financial aid, and boom, they're out of college. And many live to regret that. Some did it on purpose, and some did it not really on purpose, but it was like they was having so much fun up there that it just sort of worked out that way. Yvette Lucas says, I started at 26 with the goal of a household of degreed women. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Hey, thanks for coming through, man. I don't normally be getting no love on Instagram. This is interesting. Thanks for coming through, my Instagram people. Thanks for them hearts. I appreciate that. That's good luck. But yeah, so you can go to college, and people who don't go to college, some people who don't go to college, not everybody who doesn't go to college, but a lot of people who don't go to college think that, you know, the people who go to college will have an easy road ahead of them because you're supposed to go to college and then you get this great job, or you're qualified to have this great job and career and all of that. And today's outlook on the job market and the circumstances surrounding the political climate, the social climate, and the job market is just not what it used to be. And college is so high now. So, you know, many people will tell you nowadays that going to college is like a hit or miss. I don't buy that. I think that college is still a good look. It may not be the best look for everybody, but some college is better than no college if you understand what the goal of going to college is. If you think that going to college is so you can get a great job, then you shouldn't go to college because you're missing the point. College only gives you the ability to learn how to learn. It teaches you how to learn. So it teaches you how to research. It teaches you how to find out things. It teaches you how to gather information. And if you learn how to gather information, if you learn how to research, then you will theoretically always find a way to take care of yourself. You will always find a way to survive. You will always find a way to advance because you will seek out that's what the whole training in college is. They do not show you how to do a job unless you go somewhere like a co-op based education such as Drexel University, where you work more than you go to school. So there's a big emphasis on working in whatever industry of your major that you choose, and it works out pretty well. And it works out pretty well. So. Okay, Invest says that's not necessarily true. My daughter has multiple degrees and debt, and will likely outlive her. You know, either it's not your debt that matters. It's how you handle your debt. You have to learn how to handle your debt. There would be no point in anybody's life where they will be 100% debt free. Unfortunately, our people are conditioned to try to strive for that. I don't want to have no bills. I want to have no bills. I want to have no bills. I want to have no bills. If I hit the lottery, I'm going to pay all my bills. If I ever hit it big, I'm going to pay all my bills. My bills are keeping me down. Your bills are not keeping you down. It's your inability to stop creating more bills that where you have to outpay what you income. You know, that's the problem. And you know, our conditioning hasn't been that great in that regard. It's the Daily Go Getism show, y'all. Make sure that y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show, and make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel thus far. I'm your host, Sun752, and we're talking about after high school, I went to college, or I went to the military, or I went to work. And you know, eventually we all go to work. Some of us go into the military. When you go into the military, that's like you're going to work. but it's a very interesting job. Not too many jobs out there require you to be able to run 10 miles a day and shit like that and do mad push-ups and get you in all kinds of shape to go to war, only to be shot at and potentially killed. Of course, most people go into the military with the hopes that they will go in during peacetime and serve in peacetime. But some people go to war fully understanding. Go into the military fully understanding that they are going to have to fight, and some people want to fight. You may come from one of them warlord type families. Like, I can't wait to go over there and kill some commies or some terrorist Islamic extremists. Racist shit. Well, when you talk about communists, you're not really talking about racism. And during the Cold War, you're really talking about limited perspective and feeding into propaganda. But yeah, you may go into the military. Now, the military is a straight career move, because you can go into the military, stay in there for 20, 25 years and retire and be getting a check for the rest of your life. Retire at like age 45 and get a check for the rest of your life. It's a good deal. It really is. Medical benefits and a check for the rest of your life, and you're not even full-fledged middle-aged. And many people do it. You go in when you're 18 and you come out at 43. Boom. And you good. 43 is 25 years in the military. You're eligible for retirement. And you learn a skill while you're in the military, and you're also exposed to other career-oriented people. Really, really structured career-oriented people. Being in the military and going up the rank of the military is like being in corporate America. There's a ranking system. There's absolutely a chain of command that has to be followed, and you can't deviate from it. So it's real. And if you are an undisciplined person that is able to submit to discipline, it can grow you up and take you to places where you may have never traveled to, physically and mentally. What's going on? Charlene Curry. Charlene Curry. What's going on, Charlene? How you feeling, Charlene? Good to see me, some you. Thank you for coming through. And is that D Young? Yeah, I see you. What's going on, man? Good to see me. Good to see me, some you. Word up. Word up. Okay. Yolanda. Nicole says, maybe they become undecided about college. Maybe it was a fear of living home. Some are not ready to leave home. College was my choice. All my mom wanted to do was finish, or wanted you to do was finish high school. Okay. All right. And then you out? Okay. Okay, you gotta go. You gotta go. All right, I'll see you later. All right, Yolanda Nicole says, if I can go back, if you can go back, if I can go back and tell my younger self, I would say, don't be in a rush to grow up. Real life is not like the actors on TV. Bills, living is real. Think about it. Yeah, that's true. That's true. My thing is, I know for me, myself personally, I never wanted to be grown. I wanted to do grown person shit, grown people shit, but I never wanted to be grown. Like my two oldest sisters, they was always talking about I can't wait till I turn 18. I can't wait till I do that. I was like, After watching they flubs, I was like, 18. Shit. And I gotta register for selective service in order to get financial aid. So I turned 18. I was trying to turn 17 and a half. Because I didn't see nothing about being an adult that looked all of that fly. So I'm like, I'm down to rock out with the fake ID. But I don't want that heat. I did not want that heat. For real, for real. But it's one of those things. It's one of those things. So when you get out of high school, that's a moment of truth for you. It really is. That's the moment of the truth because there is no turning back. And it doesn't normally take until you get out of high school for you to see, like, yo, this is real. Like, think about when you first went into high school. Remember how they was making a big deal out of you going to high school? Look, are you going to high school? Yeah, you're going to high school now. Yeah, you're going to high school. You're a freshman. And you was talking about all of that stuff that you was going to do in the next 4 years and how and what your life was going to be like. And you were saying a whole lot of crazy, ambitious, and lofty goals type of stuff when you was 14 years old in high school, first year in high school, freshman year of high school. You start shutting up when you got in 11th grade because you knew that next year it was like, yo, it's time to pay the piper. So whatever you said you was going to do when you was in 9th grade, if you weren't already headed in that direction, it started getting a little scary. Like, yo, did you send in those college applications? Well, did you decide what branch of the military you're going in? Did you decide what you're going to do with the rest of your life? Do you have a skill yet? Do you have an after-school job? Do you know how to do anything besides sleep and eat and carry books? You might not have even been all that good at the carrying books part. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill. I said my brother from another mother, Norris Hill. What's going on, my brother from another mother, Norris Hill? What's going on? How you feeling, my G? Good to see me some you. So yeah. By the time you got in 11th grade, all that hooting and hollering started to die down unless you really were on that path. Like, let's say you said that you wanted to be a doctor or a lawyer when you went into high school. And in those 3 years, you may have been doing some things, but you may not have been on that real path to doing what you said that you wanted to do. And some people may be holding you to task about those things that you said that you want to do. Like, oh, you said you wanted to be a doctor? Well, what kind of grades it is? What kind of grades do you think a doctor has to have? You're not even good in science. Like, you get to thinking like, oh, is that what I said I wanted to be? A doctor? Shoot, 11th grade, you may be doing something totally different than you started off doing when you were a freshman in high school. You may be good at a performing art, but maybe when you were in the 9th grade, maybe you said that you wanted to be a dancer, you wanted to be an actor, you wanted to be a singer, you wanted to be a rapper, you wanted to do something in the entertainment industry, and the question is going to come up. Well, are you headed towards that? You don't want to go through 4 years of high school just to become a production assistant. You want to be a PA? No. Yeah, they wear nice headsets. If you ever been on a movie set, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, they wear nice headsets and people have to come to them for direction. Hey, yo, PA, where am I supposed to be standing? What's my motivation? Hey, yo, makeup ain't do me right. Now look at me. I'm not ready to go. That kind of shit. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Miss Yvette, do you really want to be? Oh, let me see. Do you really want to come on camera? Let me verify this first. Miss Yvette, do you really want to come on camera? Is that what you want to do? Well, I'm gonna try it. What the hell? Well, y'all be able to hear it though. Let's see. It looks like she might be coming on. Are you there? Okay. Hey. All right. See, I can see you, but my YouTube people can't see you, but that's okay. You know, as long as I hope they can hear you though. You know what? Wait a minute. Let me fix it so they will absolutely be able to hear. Huh? No, I have to. But they won't be able to hear. We can't. I can't have a secret show going on. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be able to hear your lovely voice. So let's do it like this. Let me give you a little volume over here. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, let me see if I can hear you.
I said, I realized you were having trouble.
Yeah.
And I said,
we were having a little because the way that the words are centered, it sounds crazy. All right, but we good though. All right. So what's on your mind? What you want to talk to me about this evening?
no, I'm always because. Am I verbal?
No.
Okay, good.
Not on our side.
Okay. No, I'm always interested about it.
Wait. Hold on. They're gonna. It's gonna be a little hard for them to hear you. You might have to actually. No, because if you put the phone to your ear, you're really not going to be able to hear. But you have it on like speaker, right? Okay, that's better.
So what were you saying?
No, I was asking what was on your mind. What did you want to talk about? Since I couldn't really read your words, now you can actually verbalize them and be understood to the fullest. So what were you trying to say?
So what I was trying to say was that my goal was that both my daughters had choices that didn't hinge on other people making decisions for them.
Mm-hmm.
Or because they didn't have enough education to navigate more. So I put them on a 5-year plan, anticipating they would screw up year number 1, and then I gave them 4 years to finish. And I think that was probably the best thing for the time. Right now, when I look at what the options are at college, as well as just kind of generally in the workforce, it's a lot more decision making that needs to go into either decision.
Right.
Be it military or private.
Right. Well, when you came out of high school, what did you do? Did you go to college first?
No, I can tell you. I took the scenic route.
Okay.
Okay, I left home. I had to finish high school on my own. Came out with a GED. Sat with senators, governors, and bank presidents with a GED. And made 6 figures with a GED.
Wow.
No one knew. It lends itself to what is the value of my college education. None really, because by the time I started, I was already established in my business arena.
Okay.
So the goal, as I said, was at 22 for me to keep myself motivated. I said we would be a household degree women.
Well, okay. So what did you that's crazy. Like how come you if you don't mind me asking, how come you had to get a GED instead of a regular high school diploma?
because I switched majors. And I switched majors and didn't have enough credit to graduate. I think I was like one art class too. And it just didn't make sense to spend a year on an art career.
I would have to agree. But now, how did you have a major in high school?
What do you mean? How did I have a major?
Normally when they talk about having a major, they're normally talking about college. So you know, okay.
At my age, and Dobbins was a technical school. I actually went in restaurant practice because everybody was doing secretarial, and I got bumped out. So to get into school, I took a different major just to get my foot in the door.
Okay.
And when I switched majors, I lost some of my credit.
Okay. Now that makes a lot of sense. So let me get this straight. So you went to Dobbins, and for people who don't know, Muriel Dobbins is a vocational technical school in Philadelphia. So when she says that she switched majors, she's talking about the vocation that she chose when she came in as a freshman. And when you're a freshman in Dobbins, you go through this thing called a tech. What they call it? Tech. You're like shopping through different shops to see which one you like the best, and you start focusing that on your sophomore career into your senior year. Am I right about that?
No, actually, when you come in, you already decided and made decisions. But my goal was to end up in a secretarial path. But it was too many people looking at it, and I got pushed out.
Wow.
So to stay in the school, I took a different route.
Okay. Now I know people who did that, who went to Dobbins, and they it kind of happened the way it happened to you. But some of them had to transfer to another school so they could go ahead and graduate on time, or they would have had to do another year. So, yeah. Now, but when you really think about it, that was an adult decision to make right there. That's.
The fact that I'm really personal, my mother invited me to
Okay. So you eventually went back to college, right? Or went to college?
I went to college. I started at 26, and my girls were still one of them. Well, no, they both were in elementary university. But it took me. I think myself it took me 3 years to night school to get to school. And sometimes I was at community college at the same time.
Okay. See, back then you were able to do some things dealing with college, especially in community college that you're not able to do now. Like I've known people who went to community college in Philadelphia back in the days, like as far back as the late 80s. You could take classes at community even if you didn't have a high school diploma. I knew people who did it. Now you have to show your transcripts and everything. So, so you can look at it in two ways. You can look at it as they kind of hinder your success or hinder your ability to seek knowledge. I'll say that. Or you can look at it like they have stepped up their accreditation. So, if you want to think about it in terms of prestige and the way that you look compared to other schools, they've done themselves a favor. But the word it's called community college. So you would think that they would make another way, for the people who are there. But
actually, they do because they have a partnership with Temple, and Temple Well, I don't think that face because I have my master's.
No, Temple is a great school. Temple is a great school, but when you start seeing mergers, you start seeing big business, but limited opportunities. You start seeing people get pushed out because it starts to become all about the money. That's why I made that face.
Yes, well, Temple has a good relationship with the community of law. Period. There's no getting. And I think the relationship that was developed with people too was part of their culture. It's not, that they say that if you finish all of the credit that you earned, and not have to sort through it. Because every college has other colleges credit.
Listen, your audio is really choppy. I could, you know how it is. I could talk to you all day, but my audience can't hear you well, and they really need to hear what you're saying because you're talking about some good stuff.
Can you tell me how to cook it?
The only thing I could probably get you to do is wherever the microphone is on your device, to get a little bit closer to it.
Okay.
That might work.
I don't know if I can get it.
Oh my God, you are a pill. Oh man, but no, I don't think we're going to really be able to fix it. So
okay.
Yeah, there's always some type of issue. But listen, I really appreciate you coming and sharing this time with me, and we're going to do it again.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
Thanks for always being down, Miss Yvette.
Thank you, sweetie.
All right. All right. That was Yvette Lucas. Go getter. She's definitely a go getter. I'm sorry if y'all couldn't hear every word that she was saying, but basically, as a synopsis of what she was saying, what she was talking about was how when she got out of high school, she graduated with a GED. She got a GED out of high school instead of a high school diploma because she changed her major focus, which was a requirement to keep the same major and get those credits in order to graduate from the high school that she went to. So she worked in an area where she made really good money, and then she wound up going to community college after that and getting her associates, and then moving on to get her bachelor's and probably her master's too, because she's a school teacher. So and she was saying that she made a 6-figure salary. Now, that's really not bad for a high school graduate that wasn't ready to go to college right away, and so it's pretty commendable. So when we talk about ourselves and what our focus was after we finished high school, if you think about it, if you're in a position where you don't really know what you want to do when you get out of high school, and you may not be sure of what you're doing while you're in high school, and that's a situation that's tough to deal with. Hold on, let me see something here. Let me see something here, because I have a sneaky suspicion to make sure everything is all right here. Oh no, we good. Yeah. What about when you're in high school and you're not really doing that well in high school? You may have graduated high school or barely graduated high school. Maybe you didn't walk because you had to go to summer school in order to make up some classes that you had failed. That's a tough situation. So when you think about it, let's say you weren't all of that good in school, or you didn't like school that much, and now here it is time for you to graduate, and you don't know what you're going to do. Well, what do you do when you don't know what you're going to do? A lot of people just some people go to college anyway. Like, I figure it out when I get there, and it may not work out. What's going on, Magnificent Morocco? My man, Magnificent Morocco went to Dobbins too. That's what's up. The Mustangs. What's good? Thanks for coming through, my bro. But yeah, so when you're in high school and maybe you're struggling in your classes, maybe you really skating on a razor's edge of graduating and having to repeat, and then it's time for you to go ahead and start your life. Now, maybe there's a college for everybody. So even if you were struggling in high school, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're not going to get into college. You can find a college to go to, and that's whether it's community college or whatever. I've seen people do it. So you go to college and you're not really ready to go to college, and you just waste a bunch of money going to college. Now, when I was going to college, you could get a bunch of grants, loans, scholarships, and stuff like that, and they had affirmative action jumping off. So you could get a 4-year ride for free, and all of that stuff is dried up now. Now it's all about loans and out-of-pocket expenses, and it's tough. It's tough for a lot of parents to be able to go to college, even if they have a decent job, because you may have a decent job, but you may not have a job decent enough to be able to afford the salary the tuition that it costs to go to some of these schools. Let's say you want to go to Villanova University, you're talking about $60,000 a year, minimum, $60,000. A lot of people don't make that much. Just keeping it a buck. You don't make that much. Your child may have the aptitude to go to that school, but you just can't afford it. So you try to put your child in a cheaper school. And it still might be like 30, 40 grand a year. You can't afford that either. Your whole year's salary. Trying to, and you ain't even paid for no books yet. That 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 grand or more. That's not even including room and board. That's straight tuition. That's just for you to be able to take 16 credits. You know what I mean? So anyway, the decision to go to college or not is not for everybody. Not everybody is going to make that decision up front. Some people are going to forego that decision and decide to get right in the workplace. But as an 18-year-old, as a 17, 18, or 19-year-old high school graduate, what jobs do you expect to get? Now, that's not to say that some people don't get some really good jobs coming out of high school, because if you went to a vocational high school, like in the Philadelphia area, like a Dobbins or Massbomb or Bach when it was open, 90 seconds. You have learned a trade. And I knew people who took, like, let's say, cosmetology coming out of Dobbins, and you got your state boards. You got your state certification coming out of high school. You're getting and they was making real money, 18, 19 years old, and they already making like 50, 60 grand a year for 18, 19. Do you know how much money that is for 18, 19-year-old? You already are able to whip a Lexus, brand new, and you 18, 19 years old? What? Meanwhile, your weed smoking PlayStation 4 playing homie, they working at Family Dollar, son. They working at Wawa, dog. They working at the local GameStop, dog. Yeah, I mean, a job is a job, but shoot, that's not an easy look. It's not. That's not an easy look. My man Samaj Network is in the house. What's going on, my bro? Thanks for coming now. True. Word up. Yeah. So we talking about when I got out of high school. When I finished high school, I went to college, military. or work. Well, we all went to work eventually, but what did we do coming straight out of high school? What was the plan? What did you want to do? What did you know? All of our maturity levels weren't all the same, you know. Definitely not. All of our goals wasn't the same. So, but what did what I really wanted to do on this show is I wanted us to all take a hard look at the decision that we made. What did you do? And did you like what you did? Were you satisfied with the decision that you made coming straight out of high school? That next 4 years of your life, somewhere between, at the next 4 years, you would be either, 21, 22, or 23. Like, what were those years like for you? Did you look back on the 4 years before, just coming out of high school, and say to yourself, yo, it's a good thing I did this? Or were you thinking like, damn, man, when I was living under my mom's roof, I was good. When I was living with my dad, I was understood. And I was just having to go to school and study a little bit. And I was grooving. I know that I've never regretted going to college. But at the same time, I've never had a job that required a college degree. To this very day, and I'll be 50 in 2 months. 50 in 2 months to this day, August 12th, I'll be 50 years old. And I've never had a job that required a college degree. That's crazy. But it's the absolute truth. But I've never regretted going to college because of the experiences that it gave me. And I was ready to go. Magnificent Morocco said GameStop closed. Yeah, for now. For now. Magnificent Morocco says, my son graduated PSU and hasn't made one student loan payment. I graduated from PSU and I haven't made one student loan payment. Yeah. D Young says, I got my cosmetology license 6 months before I graduated. It was the best thing ever. I haven't done hair in a shop in years, but I'll always have that under my belt. Word up. You was getting all the money. And shoot, man, back when we graduated, Gordon Phillips was still open. Gordon Phillips. Yeah, remember Gordon Phillips and Wilfred Academy. You had these other beauty schools. Empire wasn't, it was like an afterthought with the Gordon Phillips. But anyway, the bottom line is you can make a lot of money. You are a licensed cosmetologist. That's different from somebody who just know how to do hair, braiding on their mom's steps or on their porches or somebody kitchen. And that's not to say that unlicensed people who know how to do hair aren't good, because some of them are great, but they're limited as to what they can command price-wise in a professional environment. That's really the difference. They're limited in what they can command. I know people who aren't licensed who work in a shop, but they get shitted on in the shop. They would actually do better doing hair at home, but they want to work in a shop. So instead of, like, the percentage that they get is lower than the licensed hairdressers or stylists get. Like, yeah, you can cut your hair, you can cut your ass off. Yep, you are you are just as good as a lot of these stylists in here. But guess what? They got a piece of paper and you don't have one. So I don't really have to pay you. It's kind of against the law for me to even let you do hair, because if you mess somebody's hair up and they start bitching, they can sue me and be like, yeah, such and such don't even have a license, and look, all my hair came out. What do you mean all your hair came out? It looks like you cut all your hair out when you went home. Nope, it fell out. It fell out in a straight line. Yeah. Well, we'll see what the lawyer has to say about that. But yeah. So going into going into the military, whether regardless of what branch you choose, is going to make a different type of person of you because of the discipline that's required in order for you to be in the military. That basic training separates those who have what it takes and those who don't. Oh, you said what's in this? This is water and cinnamon and cayenne pepper and ginseng and golden seal. So I must admit it don't taste all that great, but I've tasted worse. This is for health. Word up. Hank Gathers, Linda Page, right? Rest in peace. Hank Gathers. Loyola Marymount. B-ball legend in the city. Has a recreation center named after him. 25th and Diamond. With a pool. Yeah. Dobbins had work study at the Navy up. Dobbins had everything. I mean, it was a good school. And everybody I know who worked at Dobbins, I don't know no failures. I'll give them that. I don't know no failures that went to Dobbins. But then again, well, let's just listen. Opportunities are going to come and be seized upon based on their availability to you and your willingness to be open to them, and a lot of your conditioning. Your parents have a lot to do with how you will handle opportunities in your life. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But those who are driven to succeed will succeed, regardless of what school they go to. But I mean, learning a vocation, you can't beat that. Well, no. I'm not going to say you can't beat it. You can't knock that. I don't think that you can. And even if you do, I don't think that you should. After Ingram Pump Plumbing. Oh, well, plumbing and heating and air conditioning, HVAC. Yeah, you already know. But yeah, so after you got out of high school, I always wondered if people who went into the military after high school, if they regretted going into the military. I always wondered about that. I mean, I'm sure that the ones who got hurt, seriously hurt, or the ones who got killed probably second guessed it at some point. They probably second guessed it at some point, yeah. Or when they got deployed in Iraq or Afghanistan or Iraq the first time, there's a storm. If you were going to regret it at any point, it will probably be then. Probably. But yeah, what did you do after high school? Is there anybody who worked after high school who regretted working after high school? Like, are there people who say, I really should have went to college? I don't know why I didn't go to college. I had the aptitude. I just didn't want to do it. I was tired of school or I was tired of my home situation and I just really wanted to get away and sever all ties related to that. So I did it. Ain't no point in talking when there's nobody listening, so we just ran away. It happens. It absolutely happens. After high school, more than likely, the decisions that you make are going to stay with you for a good while. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's permanent. Look at how many people didn't go to college after high school, but wound up going back to college. And this is even before the popularity of online classes. Some people just went to school part-time for however long it took until they finally got their degree. And I'm talking about the bachelors, but they may have gone and got their 60 credits for their associates first, and then went and finished off their bachelors. And some people went on and got their masters. But especially after online classes became, made it more convenient for people to go and get degrees as they had the time to do it. Magnificent Morocco said people not feeling online. I don't know, man. I know some people who are feeling it. The question is, are employers feeling it? Are employers feeling it? I don't know. You know what I think is interesting, though? And this is my opinion based on my observation. People who go and get their master's degrees, I think it's interesting that a lot of people who go to get their master's degrees really intend to work for somebody for the rest of their lives. Because if you're going to open up your private business, you don't need a master's degree for most professions. Like, I can't think of too many professions or any right now that require a master's degree for you to be in business for yourself. You may need a PhD to be in a certain business for yourself, but you don't need a master's degree. Normally an employer requires that you have a master's degree. And I always thought that was odd. So people get their bachelor's degrees and they open up their own business. Go ahead and rock out. But people get their master's degrees and work for somebody for the rest of their lives. I think it's weird. Barbara Hill Cisse, is that you? Is that you? What's going on, man? And T. Carey Wright says, I took a year off to go into the workforce. Okay. And Barbara Hill Cisse says, I went straight to I did bachelor's and applied for associates in the midst. Got both. Oh, in the midst, got both. And then my master's. I was going for PhD in psych and changed my mind. So you was like, psych, I ain't getting that. Psych. No, that says sick. Okay. Magnificent Morocco says young bucks want their tuition refunded. They didn't get the college experience. And in 2020, they didn't. Yo, I'm really, man, my heart goes out to this the class of 2020. They got jerked. I mean, they really got shitted on. It's not right. It's really not. Especially the high school students, they got shitted on. That is, they need a do-over. They had to leave school early. They never got a chance to come back. Many of them never got a chance to be around their friends again. In that capacity as a senior? Come on, man. That shit ain't right. That ain't right. And I don't even want to hear nobody saying, oh, they need to just suck it. No, they don't need to suck that up. Everybody else got their shot. Everybody. They got shitted on. No prom. No class trip. No graduation ceremony. Nothing. And had to leave school in March. Nah, son. Nah. And still can't go back to school. They still in the house. Or in the park smoking weed. Celebrating. We did it, man. We did it. We fucking did it. Shout out to the class of 2020. Straight lazy. Barbara Hill CC says, I know people who asked for their athletic fees back and they were told no. Athletic fees? What are athletic fees? Shit, I may have to go to college for that. What's an athletic fee? So, yeah, I mean, the decisions that you made coming out of high school, the route that you decided to take coming out of high school, looking at it in retrospect, was it a good idea? And you know what? And shout out to the people who went back to college after not going to college right after high school. Because I swear to God, you couldn't get me back in another classroom. I don't give a fuck what it is. You couldn't pay. No. I got that shit over with. 23 years of my life. I said, nah, man. I'm like anti-school. No, I'm not. I'm pro-school for everybody else, just not me. Oh, Barbara Hill C says they paid to play sports in high school and couldn't play or anything. Okay. Magnificent Morocco Tuppers, I see your guns. Where you work out at? Man, I ain't been inside of a gym. Well, I guess it's been 4 years. But that's different. Because that was doing personal training. Before then, it's been double-digit years. Easily. I work out at home. And I don't even... This is all muscle memory. I mean, I don't work out with no weights no more. Nothing. I mean, maybe some curls. But anyway, like yeah, man, you know, like when you really think of your life, like I don't know how people after you already have kids and you already have a career, you have real bills. I'm like, how do you concentrate on school? Like, I honestly, I ain't gonna front. Like, I couldn't see myself doing it. Like, what do you mean this paper is due tomorrow? So the fuck what? What if I don't do it? I bet you my lights stay on. Car note is paid. Mortgage is good. So what do you mean? Like, it would be hard for me to get past that. Like, where are the obligations to go to school? When I was in college, I felt like I had to go. I had to go ahead and finish. I wouldn't have been able to I wouldn't have been able to live with myself knowing that I didn't graduate. I was like, nah, I got to get this degree. I got to. Just because I came this far. But after that, I'm like, as an adult, like I'm going back to where? And you say I got a quiz tomorrow? I got a quiz tomorrow, and I got to pass it, and I got to study. What do you mean by gotta? Are they going to take some money away? No, I pay. What do you mean that you're going to take my money away? No, I pay. And I be looking at it since I paid tuition. I can do whatever the fuck I want to. It's my mission. I ain't got to go to class. I don't got to study. You say I got to go to class and I got to study? Or what? Or you get an F, so the fuck what? I'll pay again. But that's a waste of money. I ain't doing that shit again. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Shout out to y'all going back to school as full-fledged adults with children. About 3 or 4 years ago, I entertained the thought of going to get my master's. And then I had to laugh at myself like, yo, you tripping. Online, you gonna get your master's, son? Yeah? Uh-huh. Yeah. Fuck out of here. That's all good. Yeah. Magnificent Morocco. University Park. That's right. College Ave, all up in the house. Yeah. Nittany Apartments. What's good? All right. So, we about to get up. Oh, we gotta get on by. Yeah, let's get on by there. Let's do these birthday shout outs and get on by. But yeah, after we do these birthday shout outs, we're gonna talk a little bit more about like, are you okay with the decision that you made? And since you may have a graduate or two that you're responsible for, or that you may be looking to inspire, what would you encourage them to do which way would you tell them to focus their thought process toward? What's good? Think about that. Think about this. All right, let's get into this. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious June 12th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They are number one out the box. My girl Ashley Warner. Ashley. And also Deneen Williams. You know what I'm saying? Willow Grove all up in the house. What's going on, Deneen? And also Jamila Casey turning 49 years old today. And Shirley Talagwit turning 40 years old today. Bow, 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 bow. All up in the 40-40 club. Just left the 30s. All up in the 40-40 club. Do the damn thing. And also Shari Jones. Shari Jones, happy birthday to you. And Ann Lowe turning 39 years old today. Happy birthday to you, Ann Lowe. And E. Albania Mariel Santana. Happy birthday to you. And Patricia Calhoun. Happy birthday to you. And Doris Gaynor, turning 61 years old today. And Sandra Carter, that's my cousin, turning 74 years old today. And Razia Al Nafis, my girl. Razia Al Nafis. And Remy Ma, not that Remy Ma, this Remy Ma, turning 31 years old today. And last but not least, my girl from up there in Rhode Island, Lori Elizabeth. Happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to all of you and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious June 12th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, listen, after high school, when y'all finish high school, I either went to college, the military, or work. Which one did you choose? Which one would you choose if you had the opportunity to choose again? Did you make the right decision? Do you know if you made the right decision? Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to? Do you know? I graduated from school. Now what? It's either go to college, have some dude all up in my guts if you're a girl, or if you are out doing your thing, smoking weed. You might even be selling a little something, running from police. Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Is your girl blowing you? Do you know? Now, I mean, on some real shit, though. You know, as you reflect over your life, and you'll do that in many phases of your life. You'll do that coming out of high school. You'll do that maybe coming out of college. You'll do that after you have children. You'll do that after you get out of relationships or get married or have or divorce. There are many different phases in your life that you have to make decisions about where your life is going to go from. But high school is a major one because that's your first adult test. That's the first time when you're going to make decisions governing your future as a full-fledged adult. Well, not full-fledged, but look, you got into the building. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to. You ain't the boss or nothing, but you made it into the building. But what are you gonna do? Do you? Hey, you know what? One of the things that I left out of here is some people went to jail after they got out of high school. Straight lace. I forgot about that. Some people got locked up after they got out of high school, graduated from college, and fucked around on the block or whatever, and started spending their adult life locked down, 2 to 4, 5 to 7, that kind of shit. Almost forgot about that. So some of the decisions that you made not to pursue one career move or one way of life may have relegated you to have to live a certain life. Something to think about. So after I finished high school, I went to jail. Oh shit. What a way to become an adult. Barbara Hill Cisse says, I went to college as an example for my children and to distance myself from people with just IT certs or bachelors. So I added masters and changed line of business. I have things I'll be doing this year. That's what's up. Oh, you went to Penn State. Oh, punk ass Kerry Collins. Yeah, man. And he was in the NFL for a minute too. I never liked him though. It's garbage. Peace, Charlie. Magnificent Morocco says, when I graduated high school, there were more opportunities. Now there's nothing but low paying jobs. Now we have to make a way, man. We got to make a way. I mean, we really should have made a way back then too, but now there's no other choice. Listen, I want to thank y'all for coming through. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock, so we make sure y'all come through and represent. I said represent. So I'll get back at y'all. Y'all be safe tonight. If y'all going out anywhere, you know y'all the quarantine is still going on, but y'all probably gonna go out and do something y'all ain't got no business doing. But if you want to do something you ain't got no business doing, make sure that you careful as hell and safe. If you get home safe and sound or wherever you want to go while you doing something you ain't got no business doing. And I'm going to holler at y'all, man. I mean, one love. All right, so peace, blog talk. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure that y'all push that like button and make sure that y'all share the show. Oh! Peace, y'all. All right, let's get on out of here. Yeah. A word out.